Patrick Wisdom, Frank Schwindel had a really good night combined for the Cubbies tonight. Wisdom was 2 for 5. Schwindel was 3 for 5. Schwindel also first multi-home run career game for him. Total 3 hits, 3 runs scored, and 3 RBIs for Frank the Tank tonight. I do want to make notes. Seiya Suzuki also did not have a hit, Juice, but he had 2 RBIs on second.
I thought that.
Yeah.
See, I missed him on this.
That's the only one, but I agree. Yes.
Missed this on
0 for 5. 0 for 5, unfortunately, for Ian. Everybody else had, actually, outside of Christopher Morel, everybody else on the roster had at least 2 hits, and 2 guys had 3. And Dalton Simmons had 3 hits. That's how good of an offensive night it was for the Cubbies. But reeling it back in here, Wisdom, Schwindel, continuing to play well, continuing to just ride this wave of a hot streak that both of them are on. Should you bring us back down to earth, Juice, or can we ride the wave that is Schwisdom?
I'm not going to, be thrown out of the Cub plane if I bring everybody down to earth, am I? I mean, hey, I'll take home runs and slugging against every team in the majors because, hey, to win an MLB ball game is tough. As bad as the Reds are, to go out and win 2 in a row is tough to do. But it's just the Reds. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
I don't want to get too excited, but it is awesome to see him, both of those guys have success. Last night, obviously, and then tonight as well for Schwindel having the 2 home runs. But yeah, I don't want to get too excited because, and this isn't like that I hate these guys. I'm not going to let myself get excited because I still think they're just placeholders. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get excited. Like, you shouldn't get excited over, like, what I need, like, a good analogy, like, regarding something that's easily replaceable to buy something that's better. Like when you get your first car, you love it because it's like it's your first car. Usually it's like handed down by your parents, or like it was something on the side of the road for a couple grand. You love it because it's like it's there and it gets you, it's spot to spot. But like, until you're like rolling in and you're like, 328, BMW, like,
or at least like a respectable,
yeah, right. Like something, in this like general area of like the time frame of 2020 opposed to like, I know I had like a 1998 like Dodge Durango when I was I had to it was
a beauty.
Yeah, it was automatic and I had to shift it with my foot because the transmission was fucked, so you had to like hover around like the rev for the RPMs, that way it would finally click over. Yeah, it was a pain, but like it got me place to place. That's how I look at those 2 guys. And the Cubs, like when they contend for a division, those guys won't be at those positions. So am I wrong to not be excited over their successes in the short term? Yeah, probably. Like, I like to watch good baseball and I like to watch them win baseball games. I just have a really hard time like getting myself further excited other than, hey, great at bat. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Those are just not guys that I just picture as, staples of this team. I enjoy watching Ian Happ at bats or Seiya Suzuki bats, even though they've struggled and they've been, difficult. Like in the course of today's game was hard to watch their at bats and over the course of the season. But those players just hold more weight to me. And I told you guys in the beginning of the season, I don't think the Cubs are going to be in the playoffs. So it's all just development for me. So when I see like Rivas having a nice at bat, or I see, Christopher Morel, making a nice play in the field, that just holds so much more weight to me. And I'm not going to get like super excited over, Schwindel going, yard twice in a ballpark that is a hitter's park against a team that isn't fielding a major league level roster.